and welcome to Business 300. My name is Philip Kulenshoff, and this is 300 Seconds About Business. We're all a busy people, so I have 5 minutes or less to get my point across. Episode 100 of Business 300. If you count it, that's 30,000 seconds of business insights, 500 minutes of business jargon, over 8 hours of business content. There you have it. Only 200 more episodes to go and we'll have really arrived. On this momentous occasion, I'd like to talk about a significant point in a businessman's journey. The moment when everything he built comes crashing down. Well, maybe it doesn't need to be that dramatic. Maybe not everything comes undone. But adventurers and explorers who keep charting forward into unknown territory, at least unknown for themselves, are bound to hit some dead ends in their journey. Some of those will be outside of their immediate control. Market conditions, customers or partners sabotaging their business, or the like. But more than likely, they will fall because of their own incompetence and inexperience. You don't know exactly what you're not good at until you've given it a shot. Ambitious businessmen have a naive sense of confidence about what's possible given their own position. They really do live under the banner of why not. It's only until they crash and burn that they can admit to themselves why it wouldn't work. But whether failure of that sort happens repeatedly, like a beating that doesn't stop, or it happens once because that's all it took, like a one-hit knockout, there comes a point when the businessman wants to throw in the towel and not get back up. To change the metaphor, some failures are scratches and wounds. They heal, they scar. You move on. But there's a sort of failure that is analogous to death. There is no getting through it. You can't spin it into success or turn it into an opportunity. There's nothing else to do. The race is done. The results are in. You lost. You feel like burying yourself. Tear your clothes and heap ash on your head. What's the point of trying anymore? I've already lost. It's time to step aside. Death and burial is on the businessman's path. The vast majority die and stay buried. The average lifespan of a business is 8.5 years. 25% of businesses don't make it to their first anniversary. 50% don't make it 5 years. And 75% don't make it 10 years. If you start a business, chances are really good that it'll die sooner than you had hoped. The question is, what do you do after you die and are buried? Well, you have two options. Maybe you think you have only one, you stay buried. But you actually have two. The first one is that, stay buried. Or you rise from the dead. The difference lies in rejecting or accepting your death. Most of us reject death. I didn't say most of us hate death. That's not correct. We all hate death. Nobody wants it. But most of us reject it. We fear it. And when it comes knocking on our door, we close our eyes and pretend it's not there. But it doesn't care. It comes when it comes. And in our business journey, one day we die. When we refuse to accept that fact, we move on feeling bitter, betrayed, and self-pitying. Our perception of the world or of ourselves has been modified, which is unavoidable, and we hate it. We reject what we've learned about the world and about ourselves. We don't want to accept the fact that we lost, and so we remain sulking, never again to live that life. But when we can stare death into his eyes and accept his grasp, when we give in to what we see and accept the change of perception, when we accept the fact that we lost and there's nothing we can do about it, that's the moment when we rise again to new life. Not because there's some indiscriminate notion of self-esteem. No, all of that is dead. But because we've learned something about the world and about ourselves, and we are better equipped for round 2. Resurrection doesn't necessarily mean starting another business. Maybe what you've learned is that business is not for you. You would rather be a wage earner, doing great things as an employee. Perfect. Move forward with joy and peace, embarking on the new life you've been gifted with. Or perhaps for you, resurrection does look like starting a new venture. Maybe the itch of business ownership cannot be shaken off. Well, start your engine. Get into gear. Equipped with what you now know, embark on the new business venture with more competence and confidence in the reality of this world. Resurrection is accepting the death you've been given and choosing life.